All right, more pictures. These from Lake Pontchartrain earlier today. You can see the waves already kicking up, and as the storm approaches, as we take a look at the national map, we'll be able to see the storm just south of Pontchartrain and New Orleans, and a little bit of rain here in South Texas, especially out in western parts of the viewing area. So there we go. Let's see what's going on down there. Still 65-mile-an-hour wind speeds. It's interesting that all of the rain is south of the center. That's wind shear tearing it apart. Thank goodness for that. It'd be a lot stronger if it didn't. Barely moving, and it is about 100 miles south of Morgan City, Louisiana. So there you go. Now, at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's going to go into Vermilion Bay. That's the forecast track right now. And it's going to clip that much of land on the east shore of Vermilion Bay. Actual landfall, when it gets on the other side of the bay, is going to be around 7 in the morning before it moves toward Lafayette at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, it's right on the edge of being, is it going to be a hurricane or a tropical storm? Right now, it looks like a tropical storm, almost a hurricane on the way. And at this point, you know, one way or the other, it's going to be a storm when it moves through. Interesting thing on this track, it takes a little bit farther to the west of New Orleans. That might help them a little bit. Still expected to be a big rainmaker, especially on the east side of the storm. Again, for us, no direct impacts. Coastal flooding is probable and the high rip current risk expected. We're going to start seeing our impacts tomorrow night. All right, tomorrow night. Once the wave action comes down from that far north, it'll be tomorrow night into Sunday when we see our indirect impacts from Barry. Now, did have a little bit of rain around Sinton earlier today, had a little bit, and out near Hebronville, Zapata, and Laredo had a thunderstorm or two. Another high temperature record today, 101, ties the record set 55 years ago. Look at all the triple 106 in Hebronville today. All right, right now in Corpus Christi, it's 98. It feels like 106 and no wind. Here's a look at the futurecast. Mainly dry will be the forecast tomorrow, but overall can't rule out an isolated shower this weekend. I mean, there's going to be few and far between. And the rain chances over the next 7 days, don't count on any good rain anytime soon. The chance of development out in the Atlantic, you get lots of dust out there. KIIITV.com/weather. Click on Hurricane Central for always updated tropical information. Sunny, very hot, not as humid, mainly dry. High temperature tomorrow, 99, is going to tie another record high. This record set back in 2009. Very hot. We've been talking about all that moisture being pulled into the storm. Look at the heat index numbers. There's going to be some dangerous heat out there. Water temperature 86, sun up in the morning at 6:42. We'll have a high tide just past 8. Tomorrow night at the beach, mostly sunny and 90. We're going to keep the current risk at high, especially for Sunday. And a look at that 7-day forecast, above normal temperatures, but not as hot. We'll start getting the humidity back here by early next week. And that'll send the temperatures down, but the humidity up. It's just going to be hot, hot, hot. Be careful at the beach this weekend, especially Sunday.
You're saying the humidity's not around us? It's going to go up even higher than we're now?
The humidity is being sucked into the storm. That's why it's so hot and relatively dry.
Right.
Once that storm moves inland, all the humidity comes back into us, and the temperature
He calls this dry.
I mean, there's still some out there, but not as humid as it could be. Okay. Updated 6.
Thanks, Bill. Still